Hi, church family. This is Pastor Kelly. I wanted to update you on the most recent information with the coronavirus pandemic as it relates to our church family. Each day we find ourselves deeper in this situation, and it seems like conditions are changing hourly. Last evening, I did something I never imagined doing. I brought together the Temple Baptist Church Coronavirus Response Team. Those are words I never imagined having to say. Solomon tells us in Proverbs 11:14, "In the abundance of counselors there's victory." Over the recent days, I felt it wise and prudent to assemble a group of counselors and advisors to help us make the best decisions for our church family. Last evening, I called together our key leaders to work through a strategic plan for the next few weeks at Temple. This response team includes our church staff, Brian Dawson, Trent Haywood, and Dawn Seegers. The team also includes our chairman of deacons, Greg Jackson, our medical team leader, Jennifer Hall, who is also a physician's assistant, Michelle Morris, our social media coordinator, Gary Dudley, leader of our security team, Kenny Horn, our church treasurer, Fran Spangler, the chair of our stewardship team, and Michelle Marassi, the chair of our personnel team. Together, these key leaders in our church, along with myself, prayed and discussed the situation facing us and a plan for moving forward at Temple. In response to COVID-19 and the governor's request of no public gatherings larger than 100 persons, we believe we have a civic and Christian responsibility to follow this request. As the church, we realize we play an important role in helping to stop the spreading of this virus. We believe our leaders are working hard to ensure the safety of all of us. Today, I'm announcing our plans for the next 2 weeks of worship and ministry here at Temple. Our response team will meet again on March 30th to reevaluate the situation and make any future decisions at that time. With that, and with the support of our response team, we're announcing that the next 2 weeks of our services will be online only. This means for the next 2 Sundays, March the 22nd and 29th, we will not open our building for public corporate worship gatherings. This is not a decision we take lightly, but we feel it is the right decision at this time. Last Sunday, we hosted our worship service online, and will do so again the next 2 weeks. This will begin this Sunday, but also our Wednesday evening Bible study starting tonight. We saw God bless our online service last Sunday. In fact, that service reached more people than we normally do on a given Sunday. We believe we have an opportunity before us with online worship to reach more people with the gospel than ever before. This really excites me, and I hope it does you as well. I'm thankful for our worship leader, Dawn Seegers, and her excellent team in our worship ministry. Their dedication and commitment to ensure we are able to lead these online worship services is most commendable. I hope you'll join me in reaching out to express your appreciation for each of them during these days. Please pray for them as they lead us in these online worship services. As we think about our Sunday gatherings, we have to think through small group Sunday school classes, as well as our D groups. These are our 2 primary disciple-making ministries, and we must keep pressing forward with both ministries. Pastor Brian is working on resources to share with our Sunday school teachers, which will help you share your lessons through various online means, as well as some recommendations to help our small groups stay connected and engaged during these days. Sunday school teachers, please be on the lookout later in the week for an email with all of this information from Pastor Brian. D groups are another important part of making disciples here at Temple. I will be in contact with our D group leaders to offer some guidance on staying connected and engaged with your D groups during these next few weeks. 2 other very important ministries to our church are our children's ministry and student ministry. We realize that this is a difficult time for our children. Pastor Trent and Pastor Brian are both working on their strategies for connecting with your children in their respective ministries. I'm very proud of their creativity and their intention to walk with our children and youth and our families during this unusual season of life and ministry. If you have children in these ministries, you will be hearing from Pastor Trent and Pastor Brian in the days ahead. We ask for your prayers and patience as we try to roll out all of this information as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. For me, there are 2 main priorities that must drive all that we do in these days ahead. First, we will maintain communication with our congregation. Please be sure you're checking your email for weekly e-bulletins which will go out on Friday afternoons. If you're not receiving our church emails, please contact Cynthia in the church office to ensure that we have your best and accurate email address. Also, if you do not receive our text updates, please text the word CONNECT to 415-0271. Lastly, you can opt in for our church phone tree messages by contacting Cynthia in the church office. You can email her or call the church office. If you have not liked our church Facebook page, please do so right now. Just search for Temple Baptist Faye in the Facebook search bar. Lastly, you can follow us on Instagram. Communication is important, and these are the many means we will use to distribute information. A second priority for me and our staff and all of our church leadership is to ensure that we focus on relationships during this time. We're in the people business. Jesus loved people, and we love you. Our staff is here to pray with you, to talk with you, whatever you need during this time. So please don't hesitate to reach out to us or call the office. We love you, and we're praying for you and your family. Together, we will face this season of life in ministry. I believe God will use these days for His glory, and I believe our church can shine like never before as a beacon of faith and hope in a world that's watching. God bless, and I love you.